Hey everyone, today we're taking a quick look at the recent Soulslike game, AI Limit. This came around the same time as the last Berserker Kazan, which probably stole some of its thunder, but AI Limit has some good things going for it. It plays well, brings a few new ideas to the table, and delivers some solid Souls-like action. It definitely lacks the polish to match the best of the genre, but for a AA title at a AA price point, it's decent. AI Limit is developed by Sense Games based in China and centers around our main character Arisa, who is a blader, a life form that shares the same appearance as humans. Humanity is on the brink of survival due to an unknown disaster, so it is up to you to restore the branches across the city to get to the root cause. As you can tell from the footage, AI Limit plays like a traditional Souls-like, probably most similar to the older Dark Souls titles. It controls well, has nice attack animations, and some solid movement. The core combat mechanics feel great, except for some reason the attack sound effects kinda sound like hitting things with a wet noodle. I personally wish they went for something more crunchy. Not a huge deal, but it bothered me enough to want to mention it. What's most unique about the combat though is that there's no stamina meter. Instead, your abilities consume a portion of your sync gauge, which refills when you land hits on enemies. It's an interesting take to remove stamina completely, as there's a reason it's been a staple mechanic of the genre. Stamina forces you to manage your action economy carefully. Do you squeeze in an extra attack? Save that last bit of stamina for a dodge? Can you sprint long enough to escape? Without that trade-off, AI Limit risks giving the player too much freedom to escape enemies without consequence, but they manage to succeed at its own system for the most part. Enemies are usually fast enough or have enough range to punish bad play. Filling up your sync gauge by using melee attacks to build meter, to then use your spells created this nice ebb and flow of both melee and range approaches. It was, however, still sometimes too easy to escape hard situations or mash the attack button to win too many encounters. Even so, I still had good fun with the combat here and felt that there's way more potential to be explored. One move they absolutely nailed the game feel of is the parry. Man, this thing feels amazing. I wish all Souls game parries feel this good to land. As good as it feels though, it does feel overpowered with too generous of a timing window that makes many of the other abilities you get feel irrelevant. The feel here though, A+. Next, what would a good combat in a Souls-like be without some satisfying monsters to take down? AI Limit's enemies are alright. Not amazing, not terrible, just okay. I've seen a decent variety of enemy types so far, but their design feels a little uninspired. Most of them are some form of robotic or alien monstrosity, and while there's good gameplay variety, the way they are placed in the environment feels inorganic. They just don't feel that connected to the world. The way they stand, patrol, and are placed all feel a little artificial, breaking the immersion a game like this is supposed to maintain. It's not a fair comparison, but coming from the immersive and bombastic monsters of Elden Ring, the enemy design here felt a little bit dated and was the weakest part of the game for me. The bosses too suffer a similar problem in how their visual design is kind of one note, at least the ones I've encountered so far. Mechanically, these are some solid fights, with well telegraphed attacks, demanding movesets, and high damage. I really enjoyed them mechanically, but their designs just aren't particularly memorable. They don't feel integrated into the world or story, and feel like more buffed up versions of normal mobs. They play great, just missing a wow factor to really be a highlight. Level design wise, it's inoffensive. There's verticality that harkens back to the older style Souls games, shortcuts, hidden loot, and occasional set pieces like this huge robot early on. It definitely rewards exploration, usually hiding items down the optional paths. But again, it's missing that bit of polish to make these environments memorable. The geometry sometimes feels a little too empty visually, reminding you that you're in a video game level, rather than immersed in a cohesive world. For the RPG elements, AI Limit is quite good. Each weapon has its own moveset and special ability, with enough strengths and weaknesses to make creating a build feel strategic. The armor and headwear slots all look great, so if aesthetics and fashion souls is your thing, this is definitely up your alley. I particularly thought the nuclei item was a neat idea. Instead of losing all of your souls upon death and having to recollect them, you instead automatically lose a percentage of your total instead. Your nuclei item then modifies how much souls you gain from killing enemies and how much souls you lose when you die. I haven't seen this done before in the space, but it's interesting and definitely has potential to be expanded upon later down the line. Last but not least, visually I like the anime art style. It's clean, stylistic, and still manages to capture a dark atmosphere. Not everyone is gonna like it, but if this look is your thing, chances are AI Limit will be a great choice for you. And that's all I have on the game so far. It's a decent Soulslike that kinda lands in the middle for me. I like the combat, the sync meter, and the looks. The enemy and boss variety could use a little work, and an extra layer of polish is needed to take the game to the next level. But for $40 US, I think AI Lemon is a very solid entry that if you think anime Souls is your thing, this is probably your thing. I hope the studio continues to build off what they've made here in either future patches or in a sequel, because the potential is definitely there.